Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.
Good evening and welcome back to Mystic Matters. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Once again, that long vacation for Tricia Cunningham. I wish she'd get back soon, but Tricia, I want to tell you something. This co-host, top notch. Welcome back, Jim Bates, Vice President of the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce, Board of Directors, and also Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, right down in Water Street. Did I get that right?
Correct. Water Street, right across from Daniel Packer Inn.
And I'm going to say this again, one of the best locations in downtown Mystic. He can go to the Daniel Packer Inn to get something to eat. And I'm going to tell you something. I've been in his office. I don't know how he gets any work done. He's very successful, but I don't know how he gets any work done during the summer season. What a great location. You must love that location.
It is a great place. You know, co-workers come from other offices around New England, and they're all jealous.
Well, they should be. It's a wonderful building, and if you need any help for your investments or any financial advice, I'm telling you, he's the guy to go to. But as usual, we turn the first part of this show over to our two big institutions down downtown Mystic. We have the Mystic Seaport last week, and this week we have the Mystic Aquarium. Welcome back, Erin Mertz from the Mystic Aquarium.
Thank you.
Boy, attendance is up.
Yep. Summer
You
is-
are booming.
We are.
First of all, I want to know about the movie theater. I want to know about all that, the movies being shown down there.
Oh, well, we have a couple of things going on with movies. Last month we had a Titanic drive-in movie
Saw
series.
that.
This is something new that we've tried this year. It was
great.
a great success, so thank you to everyone that came down. We also have a brand new 4D theater, which is currently showing SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah,
Fun for
important.
the entire family.
Yeah.
And what's very unique is our Nautilus Live Theater. And what makes Mystic Aquarium unique and different from every other aquarium is our dedication to deep sea exploration. And that's where Dr. Robert Ballard comes in. He's a big part of our organization. We opened our Titanic exhibit earlier this year, and he still explores the deep ocean every year. So this year he's out off the coast of Turkey and Cyprus, and you can come into our Nautilus Live Theater and actually communicate with the ship in real time. So there's live feeds that come in, you can see the ocean floor, you see what they're seeing, and you can also talk to the educators on board, so you can ask
How
questions.
cool is that, Erin?
It really is, and no other institution really offers it like we do. It's a beautiful 50-seat theater, and it's a very personal experience. So you're connecting right there with the scientists and educators.
And Cocktails with the Whales is doing very well?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
2 in June, 2 in July, 2 more in August. So you still have time to come if you haven't been there yet. It's a great summer evening event, and you get to hang out with our beluga whales. Who wouldn't want to do that?
And what's coming up?
Well, we're just living the summer.
But I
you
know there's a great
Oh,
event. I know
Ocean
there's a great-
Commotion!
Ocean
Ocean
Commotion
Commotion
is coming up September 22nd.
Thank you. September 22nd. It's the biggest fundraiser of the year, and it's a great event, black tie event, a lot of fun, and it's all for a great cause. Of course, Mystic Aquarium and our parent organization, Sea Research Foundation.
Yeah. And so for more information, where can we go?
MysticAquarium.org.
Sounds great. So Erin, we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Jim, what's
Yes.
going on?
We have a lot going on. We have actually, with the Groton Business Association as well, it seems a little bit early, but we are ramping up for the Groton Fall Festival, which that takes place every year on Columbus Day weekend. We're actually having our 7th anniversary this year, so it's been moving right along. It's going to be October 6th from 10 to 4. It's a great event. We have thousands and thousands of people that come
Great.
through. We have vendors with booths, so there's local businesses, there's crafters, entertainers, so they're going to be lined up. But it's just a great day for families, for friends, for businesses. And the other thing too is if you do sign up for a booth prior to August 3rd, there's a $25 early bird discount. So it's very little money
Right.
to get a booth, but with the discount, it's even less.
You know, some people are a little bit confused, and they've asked me this couple. I know the answer to this, but your relationship, the Groton Business Association, how is that sort of related with the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce?
It's a good question. We actually were a division of the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. So we're focused on Groton. We have businesses throughout Groton, Groton City, Groton Town. We actually meet the third Thursday morning of every month at a local area business for networking. That's at 7:30 in the morning. It's a great opportunity to meet other business owners and other people in the community. I can tell you from that networking, a lot of future business starts right there with the different people you meet.
Sure.
So it's a great opportunity to come out and see us. Great group, and we're very thankful for the support of the chamber.
And we're thankful for all you do, Jim. And also, coming up, we have the Art Festival coming up on the 11th and 12th of August. And of course, we'll be speaking about that in the next couple of shows. And then also, we have the Taste of Mystic coming up in September. And just to let everybody know, we are in full swing in summertime. Downtown Mystic, the shops are open. Also, the restaurants are open. The Old Mystic Village, our two big institutions, Stonington Borough, all along Route 1, and of course, downtown Groton. Please support your local economy, and especially downtown Mystic, where everybody knows that work is being done to the bridge and the street down there. But come on down. There's a lot to offer, and we just need you to come down and support. And speaking of, Groton businesses,
Yes.
I think this is a great segue, huh? To this
It certainly is.
great guy that's
certainly is.
sitting next to me on my left to your right. Why don't you do the introduction, Jim?
Sure. Not only do we have a Groton business, but it's a new Groton business,
Yes, I
which
heard.
we're very excited about. And this is Travis Lombardi.
Welcome, Travis.
Thank you for having me.
With Best Health Physical Therapy, located on Long Hill Road. Is 775?
772.
772 Long Hill Road. And you're a new business in the area. And tell us a little about what you guys are doing over there.
That's correct. Well, I've been a physical therapist for 16 years, and I've worked for Lawrence Memorial Hospital for many years. And this is my first independent venture, opening my own clinic, which has been fantastic so far. I'm lucky in that I love what I do, so it's very easy to go to work every day, and being able to have my own place to treat patients has been fantastic. So,
Very good.
but by and large, physical therapy, physical therapists in general are musculoskeletal experts. So we're sort of experts in the movement of the body. So if someone has an injury or maybe an arthritic condition where they're just not moving and doing the things that they love to do, then a lot
You're
of
the person
times
to see.
it's time to come
Yeah.
see a physical therapist. Yeah.
Well, Travis, can you I'm going to circle this back a little bit because when we jumped ahead and said who you are and what you do, but when you have an injury or you see a doctor, how do you get to that physical therapist? Because, people, I had a back injury a few years ago. How do you, go see your physical therapist or your PT or whatever. Are you affiliated with certain doctors? How does that work? Because I'll tell you, it's very confusing.
Yeah.
And do you need a script from your doctor? If you can just let us know how that's, how that
That's a
conveys
perfect
into
question.
what you
actually.
do.
Yes, that's a great question. And there are several ways for you to get to see a physical therapist. In Connecticut, we are what they call a direct access state.
a direct access state.
Correct.
Okay.
So you legally can go in and see a physical therapist without a physician's prescription.
Okay.
However, some insurance companies dictate that you do need one. For instance, Medicare is one that does say you need to have a physician's prescription. Now, 9 times out of 10, if you come in to see me, I'm going to ask you who your general physician is, and I'm going to communicate that whatever my findings are with your physician, because I want the physician to be in the loop. I think it's an important partnership between the patient, the physician, the physical therapist, that we're all on the same team trying to get you better, and that's really the goal. So, so if you have back pain, you can come in and see me. I'll take a look at you, evaluate you, and if I see something that doesn't look quite right, I'm probably going to send you to your physician. But the other way to do it is you go to your physician, which is probably the way most people do it right now. You go to your physician, and then they would refer you to physical therapy.
Well, you're a little bit familiar with this process, aren't you,
I
Jim?
am. My prior career was in healthcare, and actually in doing some preparation for the show, Travis and I are both alumni.
I
of,
can't believe that.
it
I
is, it's
can't
true.
believe that. That
That's
is just
true.
It's
really,
true.
that's really something.
Yeah.
That really is. So you didn't know each other, but
We may have crossed paths, but
Right.
we did not know each other. I believe Jim was a year ahead of me in the
so he's
classes.
the old man in the group.
I guess. Sorry, Jim. but-
Okay. But we had graduated from UMass Lowell,
Okay.
which has a wonderful college of health professions, which includes the physical therapy master's program, and it's a top-notch school, top-notch program, and you know, a little biased to that, but knowing that Travis came out of there, you know, should instill confidence in everyone.
Right.
So do most people, you know, getting back to what Jim's saying, do most people, when they call up, or do they ask about your credentials? I mean, is that
I think
important?
I think the healthcare consumer is becoming more and more educated these days with all the information that's out there, the internet. One of the first questions that I get from people is, "Where did you go to school?" So they want to know.
Yeah,
Perfect.
they do. They want
Yeah,
to know.
they want to know, you know, where you went, you know, what your credentials are, how much experience you have, and I think that that's a fair question that everyone should ask their healthcare provider. You know, you want to find out, you know, what kind of experience someone has to be treating your specific condition. So,
And how has the reception been since you started your business in Groton? What have you experienced?
I've had nothing but positive replies from people as far as my physical clinic and how it's set up, and just the location of it, the convenience getting in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been all positive. And the Mystic Chamber of Commerce has been
Has been great.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, really, I can't say enough about you guys. You've been fabulous.
Thank you. Well, Travis, when I look at you, it just brings right back to pain. Okay? So you're the person that we see after a surgery necessarily, or after, and exactly what would you do for, like, let's say an L4 and an L5, you know, and they get you back to, I mean, do you really get back to normal if you do the things that you tell us to do?
You can get back to normal if you are good about doing the exercises that your physical therapist prescribes for you.
Okay.
Um,
Is it mainly the tightening of the muscles? Is that what?
it depends. You know, it's really hard to say. Everyone's
Different,
injury
right.
is a little bit different, and then how everyone responds to their injury is a little bit different. So everyone's different, but in general, a lot of times the injury causes muscle tightness, maybe muscle weakness. And maybe there was some muscle weakness there prior to the injury, and that's what caused it. But whatever the reason, you know, the goal is to balance the body back out again, to put you back
Okay.
in balance,
Okay.
increase flexibility where you're tight,
Right.
improve strength where you're weak. And if you can get all those things back into alignment, then you'll do pretty well.
Well, how long does that take?
I mean, how?
Again, that can vary. It's
I
hard to
want to
say.
know
I
the
know.
specifics. Okay.
Everybody wants, you know, results like that, but
Right.
sometimes it takes a couple months, and you know, with total joint replacements, you're talking more like 6 months to a year recovery time from something like that. So it depends on what your injury is, but there's a lot of after surgery. There's usually a lot of recovery time required.
Right. Well, when you talk about balance, and I only know this when I see you, I see pain, but when I see physical therapists, because it's at first very painful when you're starting off after an operation. Now, my experience when you're sort of pulling on the leg to get balance on with the hips.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that. I don't understand that whole thing.
Well, when you have weakness or tightness in the muscles around the lumbar spine and the pelvis,
Right.
you can create imbalances in the alignment of the bones in that area. And so many times a physical therapist will look at your alignment, have you do certain exercises to try and correct that alignment. And if we can teach you what the proper alignment is, give you exercises to hold yourself there, then you start to heal and recover at that
Quicker.
point. Yes,
Okay.
and keep it healed and recovered.
Have you ever experienced any of this, Jim?
To a degree. Actually, you know what I usually experience, and this comes up a lot. Somebody does something to injure themselves,
Okay.
and then what do? Maybe they go online, they ask their friends, they ask their neighbors, they ask their dentist, they ask everyone else,
But
what do you
they're-
think I should do?
Right.
And then it probably always comes back, well, this is what my friend did, this is what so-and-so did. But I would say that there's a lot of people out there that before they do anything, they should go see you and,
Right.
and really get a true evaluation
Well,
from that perspective.
Absolutely. And, you know, people can come, stop by, give me a call, tell me what's going on. There's no charge for that.
There's no charge for that.
Just to
Just for an evaluation, Travis.
to stop in and tell me what's going on. I can give you honest opinion of what you need to do. And if I think you need a whole course of physical therapy, I'll tell you, and then, you know, we'll find out your insurance information and whatnot. But to give you an opinion of what maybe the next step is for you if you have an injury, we take phone calls and drop-ins all the time.
Now, are you the only one there, or do you actually do the work, or do you have people that work with you as well? The other physical therapists?
Right now, it's just me.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the future,
You hope to have,
it
yeah.
might grow.
We've all been there. We've all been there in a small business, but
Right.
we're hoping to
Right.
help you grow. Now, what are your hours, Travis?
Well, I'm available pretty much from 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. It just depends. It's very flexible. I find that you have to be. You get people that need morning appointments. You get people that
people
need
have to
after
work, right.
I'm there on Saturdays. So flexibility is key, as you say, starting out in a small business.
Now, do you have a website that we can go to as well?
Yes, I do. It's besthealthpt.com.
Okay, all right.
So.
And interestingly enough, why did you decide to go on your own?
Well, I think as a physical therapist, sometimes you get to the point in your career where you're ready to take the next step and the next challenge.
When Jim and I get together, Travis, we talk a little bit about business and sort of actually we talk about that a lot,
We do.
and how we love what we do as small business owners. So
Yeah.
it's nice to hear that as well.
And it's very rewarding. It's rewarding in any setting to treat patients, but when it's your own business, I think it's even elevates that reward a little bit.
Well, I think what's nice about your business too is that they come in and they see you.
Right.
Okay,
That's
they come
right.
in and they see you.
Yeah.
They come in my store and they see me. So on one hand, to work towards maybe having a few people work with you as well, they're always going to want to come in and see Travis
Right.
Lombardi.
Yeah, and that's the way I like it to be. I enjoy the continuity, actually. I've worked in places where a patient came in and saw you one day and you had no idea, but they were on another person's schedule the next day, and you really didn't have control of that. And so this gives you that control to give a nice experience to the patient where they have continuity of care. And I think the patients appreciate that.
Now, did you bring over patients with you?
I didn't, actually. I had many patients who worked with me in the past, but really I've formed a whole new set of patients thus far. So,
Now, with that, is it exactly what you expected? Has it been better than expected? Stumbles? What have you experienced so far?
actually, business has been a little bit better than what I expected starting out. So I'm very pleased about that. I hope that it continues.
Now, why Groton, Travis?
Well,
Because sometimes location is key.
yeah,
And you
I
picked
agree.
Groton.
Groton was a place that where I picked on Long Hill Road, there were no other physical therapy clinics. It's a well-traveled area. There's a good population. I've been practicing in the area for quite a while, 16 years. So
That's a long time.
yeah,
And
so-
you've got a reputation.
So I
and
know
a name.
I know a lot of doctors and people in the area. So it was a good fit. When I found the space, I thought it would work. So
Now, are you affiliated with some of the healthcare facilities? Like Avalon and some Pendleton, some of those other rehabilitative
I'm not
facilities?
specifically affiliated with them. I know some of the people that work there actually, but I have no specific affiliation with them.
But if someone was in a facility like that and was discharged out, they go back home into the community and they might get some home care, but then they need some continued outpatient.
Correct.
They could continue with you.
So I see many patients that have been in some of
Right.
those other
Right.
facilities.
Good question.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
And,
really
and
good
really the
question, too.
important thing that you had said too, I forget the term you had mentioned in the beginning, but you have a choice as to where you want to go.
That's right. That's right. Patients have a choice, and I don't think every patient realizes that.
Correct.
Well, exactly, and that's why I wanted to know sort of the process, because having gone through some physical therapy, you get this like, here's your list, and then I was like, okay, well, when you leave with that piece of paper, you almost think that's the only people you can go to, because you have this thing with your insurance, and everybody's afraid of that insurance,
Right.
thinking that, okay, it's not going to get paid for if I don't go see these particular people. But that's not necessarily true.
That's correct.
Okay.
Patients have a choice to go wherever they would like to go. So
Is that
there's
part of
no
your
one that can-
evaluation, Travis? Could you do that as part if a walk-in person comes in?
That's right. You could walk in my door tomorrow and say, I've got back pain, and I could take a look at you and do an evaluation on you right there. And say, I think you need some physical therapy, or I think you need to go see your doctor, or here's just some exercises, and I think it'll get better very quickly. So I do that too. I mean, not everyone who comes in sees me for an extended period of time. There's many cases where I might just say, you know what, here's a few exercises. Why don't you try these? Come back, see me in a week. If everything's good, you can continue on your own. So it doesn't have to be a prolonged physical therapy bout.
Okay, all right. Now, like Jim and I, we have to continuously be proactive in our careers, whether it's seminars or keeping up with the market and some of the changing economic times, and also with the jewelry industries, keeping up with the styles and new technology. Does a physical therapist have to keep up? I mean, I can't imagine what you'd have to keep up with, but is it, in your industry, is there more education, more information that you have to constantly keep up with?
Well, the state of Connecticut actually mandates that we have 20 hours of continuing education a year.
Okay.
But personally, I probably do more than that, just
Right.
because I like to stay on top of the latest evidence, what's new in different treatments of different injuries. As a matter of fact, I'm going to New York City next week for a 4-day conference on actually dance injuries, which is interesting, I know.
Having
Judging?
judging
Judging
and,
dancing.
and seeing Dancing with the Stars, I this past March.
Yes.
I saw a lot. I mean, the people that were dancing, and it was a great event that night. But there were some injuries, especially to this
Yes,
area here,
yes.
and also the hip area. That, interestingly enough, I bet you do see a lot of
Well, I
so-called dancers.
yes, I see some of the recreational
Yeah,
dancers
I guess that's what you would
that
call
get
it.
injured. But I also do, in addition to having the clinic in Groton, I do physical therapy at Connecticut College, and they have a big dance major there.
Okay, yes, they
And
do.
so
yeah.
I typically see throughout the semester various dance injuries there at the college. So I want to stay up on all the latest in dance injuries. I'm going to this course in New York City for 4 days. So.
Well, we only have a few minutes left, Jim. So why don't you, Travis, tell us again where you're located. Give us your phone number and your website.
Okay. I am at 772 Long Hill Road in Groton, Connecticut, and the website is besthealthpt.com. Phone number is 860-326-5454.
Fantastic. Well, everybody, I already like him. Okay, so you know, I may have to get his card and probably do, but I don't like to do the things they tell me to do. So I'm going to have a conversation with. Well, yeah. See, that's why I love Jim Bates. He already knows me. But anyways, please come and see Travis Lombardi. He's a brand new business, and of course, we always talk about supporting your local business. But go see him on Long Hill Road in Groton, Connecticut, and I know he can take care of you. And Jim Bates, I can't tell you how special this was these last couple of weeks for you to co-host with me. We do miss Tricia Cunningham, but I'm going to tell her, you come back and see me again now, will you, Jim Bates? We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce, Mystic Matters. Good evening.
Soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic, into mystic, into mystic.